Yara Boccaccio. Today I'm making boneless chicken breast with Castrolavana olives and prunes. Now this is an old recipe from the 1980s, but it was from the Silver Palette cookbook, which I never ever even looked at. I got it as a gift, but I never even opened it up. So where I found the recipe was in a Cooking Light magazine. I decided, it was a couple years ago, I was going to go on a diet, so I had the Cooking Light magazine and I found this recipe and I loved it. I make it with chicken thighs, I'll switch the olives, eliminate the prunes, sometimes put a potato in, whatever you want to do, but this is how I'm going to make it tonight. Tonight I'm going to make it with boneless chicken breast because I bought them on the bone, but I took them off the bone so I can use them tomorrow to make a vegetable soup. So I'm going to put some oil at the bottom. You don't need that much. And like I said, you always want to put the nice side down because that's your presentation side. So that would be that side. I have them upside down because I salt and peppered them already. So you want to put these nicely. Okay, so these are ready to be turned. It's really only been about 3-4 minutes, but you can see how beautiful that is. Very nice. That's all flavor. When you get that in there, you bring in all the flavor of food. And I wanted to tell you another thing, that I always cook things on high, and that's the way I start everything. So it gets the pan nice and high, it gets it hot. But if you notice, if I keep this on real high, the flame is just hitting the sides. With a high top like this, and just things laying at the bottom, that's not really cooking my product. So you want to look at your flame, and you want to lower it down a little. You want to keep it as high as you can, but underneath the pan where it's actually working. So I'm just going to cook them like another 3 minutes on this side. They don't have to brown on the other side. They're going to get enough flavor and a lot of stuff to put in here. Okay, I'm going to turn off the gas and I'm going to take the chicken out. Now, I started with about 3 tablespoons. There's about 1 tablespoon left. That's perfect. So now what I'm going to add is, I got a 1/4 cup of whole cloves of garlic. I'm going to put that in and we're going to let them brown. We want to get them nice and brown. So stir them around, keep them going in the oil. Our chicken looks good. A lot of flavors are going to go into this dish. Tonight I'm cooking for 4, so if you're making a dinner for your family and it's 4 people, this is the amount you want to use. You know, usually I cook for 2, but I wanted to let you know that you don't have to double the amount or anything, because this is for 4. Okay, so the garlic looks good. It got brown, and I'm going to turn the gas off, because the next step that I'm going to do is this is a 1/4 cup of white wine. This is a Chardonnay, just any wine you have. So, you know, I don't want flames. I don't want it to go crazy. Woo. Now that could flame up. I don't want it to flame up. So I'm going to add that. I made a mistake. That was a cup. I'm getting confused here. Now, that's a cup of white wine. Use any white wine you have. You know, try not to make it a sweet white wine, any dry white wine. Look at the size of this bay leaf. This is equal to about 2-3 bay leaves. This is a fresh one. My friend Marie grows them in her garden. She's got a beautiful bay leaf plant. I'm jealous every year. This year is the first year I was able to find one. And I got a little one out there growing. It's beautiful. So we're going to let this reduce down. Maybe take about 3-4 minutes. We'll see. You know, like I said, don't go by any recipe. Look at it and go, oh my God, mine is reduced already. It was only 2 minutes. That's right, because it's your stove. It's how you cook. Don't worry about it. So I got this, of course. You know me, medium high. What we're doing is reducing this down so we can get the flavor of the wine, but not the alcohol. We don't need the alcohol. We want the alcohol in our glass. We want to drink it tonight. And I want a red. I don't want a white. So we'll be back after this reduces down. This wine is reduced down. Next step, I have a cup of prunes. They're pitted prunes, of course. This dish is so good. It's really like an Italian dish, like they say, agrodolce. It's like sweet and sour. That is castrolavani olives. I think I added a couple dozen. So stir that around a minute. We're going to put our chicken back in. Remember, you can do this with chicken thighs. I've never done it with it on the bone. You want to kind of get these underneath here. But if you want to do it on the bone, just always remember your cooking time. It takes longer to do something on a bone. I wanted the bone. I'm making vegetable soup tomorrow. Now we got that. It'll be real nice. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be good. So, in here, I have, my spoon that I mixed it with. This is a 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar and a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, a couple tablespoons of capers, rinsed, but you don't have to rinse them because they're going right in here. And I have a tablespoon of honey and a little bit of salt. And you're going to pour that over there. Okay, so there's your vinegar. That's your sour and your sweet because you got the tablespoon of honey. There's also a tablespoon of fresh chopped oregano from my yard. And so you can use an orange in here, a lemon, a lime, whatever you want. I have lime, and that's what I'm going to put in. So I'm going to put this in the oven. It's on 350. If these were thighs, it would take about 40 minutes before we uncover it to reduce down the sauce. But because it's a breast, maybe 25 minutes. So I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to put it in my oven. I'm going to put a lid on it. That's why you need a heavy pot like this, because it comes with a lid. Everything stays nice in here. Believe it or not, I got this at Sam's Club. I think I paid like $39 for it. Chicken's got about 5 more minutes, maybe 10. Been in for about 15. Before I take the lid off, I just wanted to show you. Tonight I'm just making a simple tomato and cucumber salad. But what I wanted to show you is Maria's mother been doing this. She did it, you know, she would always do this. And you get the end of the cucumber and you do this and you rub it and rub it and rub it and rub it. And you could see that stuff coming out. You see it? And I never believed Maria when she used to tell me that it gets the bitter out. But I did it anyway, because that's what her mother did. And I just seen somewhere somebody do that and say that it gets the bitter out. So I thought maybe you didn't know that trick, and I just wanted to pass it on. So I'm just going to add this to my tomatoes, some fresh basil from my yard. In 5 minutes, I'll be back to take care of the chicken. Just took it out of the oven. I'm going to uncover it and put it back in for another 10-15 minutes because I want some of this liquid to start to evaporate. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt for the liquid that we put in there. A little bit of pepper. We like black pepper in this house. And look at how beautiful that looks. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to put, beautiful is one thing. You have to smell it. The smell is so good. I can't tell you. I'm going to put it back in the oven. We're going to go about 10-15 minutes. I want that to evaporate a little bit. I don't want it too evaporated because I like the sauce on my rice. You know, minute rice. I took it out of the oven, 10 minutes. You can see how nice the sauce is. Huh? Oh, God, look at that. It's so good. So, I'm going to get my minute rice. And always when you take the lid off of minute rice or any rice, you want to fluff it. That's what you want to do. Let me show you my cat, Lewis. He's my little sous chef. When I'm in here cooking, I can't get him out of here sometimes. He always wants to eat. Every 4 hours, he comes and bothers me for food. So, you know, anything with a sauce, you know, I like to have it on rice. And I'm not going to be skimpy with the rice. I like it, okay? Like I said, it was 2 years ago. I thought I was going to go on a diet, but I changed that, okay? Now I'm going to take a piece of this. I'm gonna lay it right down on top of there. Real pretty. Then, I'm gonna get some of this stuff. You can actually eat that garlic if you wanted to. It's roasted, be good, nice and sweet. And I'm gonna get just a little bit of the sauce. You know, pasta you don't want sauce, but some dishes you do want sauce. Not too much sauce there, nothing should ever drown. Whoops. I think that's good. And, you know, maybe you wanna make it look pretty, you wanna fix it up before you give it to your guests. So, this is the dish. I think you're gonna love it if you make it. And you can use thighs, you can use breast, you can use on the bone or off the bone, whatever you want. So this is boneless breasted chicken with prunes, casserole of olives, some garlic, some white wine. If you like the video, please share it. If you make it, keep sending me the photos. I love them. I'm making another collection. And please, everybody, stay safe and cheers.